Okay.
Two adults hanging out.
Why does mine have like a stupid little bow?
I'm here with Lindsey Stirling.
Yay!
Lindsey, if you don't know her, you are an idiot. She gives much joy to the world in forms of dance, violin, just overall very entertaining, wonderful videos and live performances. We are very close to Valentine's Day, and I thought it would be really fun for Lindsey and I to give you guys the best advice that we can possibly give you as two adults about dating and relationships to help prepare you for this inevitable day that is both wonderful and completely terrible.
But I think this is good because I think we have multiple perspectives here.
Yeah.
We've both been at one point or another either dating someone or single on
Yes.
Valentine's Day. So
Yes.
whatever side you may find yourself on, we maybe have the answers.
What is your guttural reaction when you hear the term Valentine's Day? Are you like, oh, sweet, or are you like, I hate that day?
I'm ashamed to say I'm one of the, I hate that day people.
I just hate that it's like put on this pedestal.
I think it puts undue pressure on people. Also, it's one of the most like strictly commercial holidays out there.
Yes!
Where Where it's like the industry is really just trying to milk you for your money to prove that you're in love.
Yes!
Where
I went on Twitter and asked you guys for your questions using the hashtag AskLace because I shipped us already. That our ship name is Lace. How appropriate. How do you go in for the first kiss?
Let's see, is this a guy or a girl?
I think it's just onion rings as
The
their
picture.
profile. It's always a tough situation. I feel like it's very individualized to whatever your situation happens to be.
I mean, if you're really asking for it, there's the good old fashioned, you just hold that look. I mean, if you're
Oh, yeah.
you're standing really close to someone and you just hold that look.
Yeah.
That takes a little bit of guts though, especially if you're not quite at that spot where you know.
If you're gonna be bold and go in for the kiss, you have to assume that there might be consequences. It's like when you eat Taco Bell. Like,
I think just making sure that they're aware that you want that affection, whether it's, see, I'm gonna demonstrate on Grace.
oh my God.
Just being extra
Yeah.
extra touchy. So like when it's not necessarily just, you know, putting your arm on them, putting your hand on their legs, you like this, oh,
Right.
They might have that reaction, and that's a no-go. That means that probably this isn't what they were hoping for.
Read the signals.
Read those signals, and if they are feeling kind of the same way, they will kind of reciprocate like that.
Yep.
And then you're like, okay, I'm definitely gonna
Game
get a kiss
on.
from this guy.
What can you get yourself for Valentine's Day?
That's the best idea ever.
Yeah, I would say treat yourself. Treat yourself to something that you actually enjoy. If that's staying in and watching television or a movie and just eating some cool food, great job. If it's trying to go out, meet other people, cool job. Give yourself the gift of your own comfort zone.
I like that a lot.
I like this guy, but how do I find out if he likes me back? This is tough.
A lot of times we ladies assume that guys read our signals a lot
Yeah.
better than they do. So there have been times when I'm like, oh, I've totally been very obvious. And
Yeah.
he's not reciprocating. Obviously, he's not interested. But then you find out in hindsight that they had like no idea. And you're like, I was so obvious.
All of the eye blinking was that I love you.
Make sure that if you're flirting in a way that is that it's not just a friend type of flirting.
Yeah, be a little obvious. Also, I wouldn't say no to the idea of you getting a friend to kind of swoop in and feel the person out for you.
Like that.
How to tell someone you like them. This is easier said than done, clearly, but you only live once, so just tell that person that you like them. If it's a friend and you're worried about ruining the friendship, then that requires a little more thought. Just be bold.
You can feel that chemistry. Chances are they probably can too.
If they're not reading into the emojis that you're sending, move on to sending just straight up dick pics and see what happens.
Really?
Well, you know, to each their own. How to deal with not having a Valentine.
I have plenty of experience in this category. Did I just say that out loud? I remember one year I was like, I don't want to be sad on Valentine's Day and have this pressure. So I actually threw like a girl party, and it was really fun. Everyone had to wear pink or red, and we decorated, and it wasn't like a we hate men day or anything like that. It was more just like having fun. All the decorations were pink and the desserts were pink, and it was just fun.
I think it's really easy to feel sorry for yourself on Valentine's Day. And it's a little harder, but I think much more fun to try and just say like, screw everything, I'm gonna have a dumb, silly, fun time.
And also thinking of it as it's a day about love. It's not necessarily about romanticism.
What not to do on a first date. I think one of the things that you shouldn't do on a first date is not let yourself have a good time. If the person doesn't like you as yourself, then it's just a waste of money at a macaroni grill at that point.
And an hour of your life that you'll never get back. You know, there's that fine line of like sharing too much and not sharing enough. And we all, I think, know where we err. Making sure that you're not like too closed off, because you can't get to know someone if you're not willing to like put yourself out there a little bit and get a little bit personal.
Yeah.
But without sharing the skeletons in the closet. Make sure like, okay, tonight I'm gonna open up more. Or tonight, I'm not gonna talk about, you know, that funny mole on my behind.
I've heard so many stories of Lindsay's mole, you guys. Also, maybe pack some sort of like stomach medicine, because sharding on a first date is not the best thing to do.
Experience?
No, I've just watched YouTube videos. What is love?
Baby, don't hurt me. Don't hurt me. I don't have the licensing
No
for that,
more.
Lindsay. There are so many different kinds of love. Some people have a
Yeah.
very fun, loving relationships. Some are like spicy and romantic and sizzly all the time. You just have to define what you want out of love.
Love is basically like a Cheesecake Factory menu. It's
That's
just
the best analogy I've ever heard.
There's so many pages of different kinds, and it's up to you to choose the one that's best for you. Well, there you go. There's all of our advice for you guys for this up-and-coming Valentine's Day. Hopefully it's helpful. Lindsay, where is the best place for all of these lovely human beings to find you on the internet?
Oh my goodness. You can come visit me on my YouTube channel, Lindsey Stomp, or just look me up, Lindsey Stirling.
And your tour is announced, right?
Yes, I'm touring all over the world. We'll be in Australia, Asia, and South America soon. And then, of course, US will be coming, and Europe. LindseyStirling.com, and click on the tour section.
Thanks so much for being here, Lindsay.
Thanks for having me, Grace. This was so fun.
I don't know.
And also, don't count yourself out. There have been so many times when I've been like, oh, he's not my type. He'd never like me. That's not, you know, never assume that, because you'd be surprised, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah.
Everybody's got a chance.
Even two girls in a couple of cat onesies.